Hey everyone, we had a busy weekend this last weekend, got a lot of stuff done in the camper. It doesn't look like it, but it's a lot of carpentry underneath the bed and on this back corner back here. I'll spin the camera around in a minute and show you that. And try to highlight a couple other things that I've done, but I probably haven't shown you, like the switch panel and some of the cabinetry I put in. We been trying to get some warm weather here. It's been really cold and snowy. It's really cold today. It's about 30 degrees outside, but it's fairly comfortable in here. It's about 50 degrees inside the ambulance, so can sit here with a flannel and might not be too cold. Um, this last weekend it was 60 something degrees on Saturday, sunny all day long. We got to drag the tools out of the garage and get a lot of stuff that I've been trying to get done. The only thing I didn't get done was the butcher block style countertop that goes literally right underneath where the camera's sitting, so I can't show you that right now. We pulled the stainless steel out of there. We're going to put butcher block in there, but we're making it ourselves instead of buying a piece, because when you buy it, it comes in like 3 inches thick. I mean, it's really tall, heavy duty stuff, but it's going to sit over the ledge that's already built into the cabinet, so we didn't want to go something really thick. So we're going to take some 1.5 by 3 inch slats and build our own type of butcher block. It's too cold for the glue to set up, so I'm going to wait for another warm day, lay it out on the bed and glue it together there. We're going to get a sheet of plastic down, that way when we glue it together it doesn't glue it to the bed, that would be bad. Let's see, put the cover on the electrical panel. I put that on a piano hinge with a thumb screw on it, so I don't have to move that panel around anymore. And I can unscrew it and open it. I'll wait for another video to open that up because it's a pain. So let's take a look at the bed. See if I can show you here. So here's the bed. There's a better view. Goes all the way over there. There's some stuff laying on top of it. So it's a queen size bed, and it's got pretty good structure underneath there. We got some storage space under here. We're just going to throw some tubs and put some cargo netting across the front of it. There's a hard panel right here. This one doesn't move. And then this piece right here, this door will open up. We're going to put the kitty litter and all that, the cat box underneath there. And when we shut it, I have a terrible time trying to figure out where to put the camera. Here we go. Let's put the camera down here. There we go. So we have a little cutout in here for the cat to go back there. A little space for her to sleep, do her business, whatever she needs to do. Hide out from the dog. We were going to put a little flapper door here, but we didn't want it flapping around as we drive and waking us up when we sleep and stuff like that. So plenty of space in there for the cat. Probably put some other stuff in there too. We cut this cabinet down right here. This shelf, originally the bench went all the way through the back. We cut this so that we can open it and still have access to our storage down in here, which, there's nothing in there but a little bit of dirt right now. There we go. But originally, this top goes about 2 more feet underneath the bed, but when we built the bed in here, we had to cut this door so that we have access to the storage in there. And then we're going to take the cushion, put it there. We're probably going to build a cushion that's a little bit longer. The system doesn't quite cover the space. I'm not sure yet. We'll have to decide on that. I'm actually going to pause this right here, and I'm going to create a second video so I can move the camera around a little bit better than the way I've got it set up right now. So there should be 2 videos up tonight, this one and another one. Okay, here we are, part 2. Alright, so here we are. There's the front of the bed again. I gotta back up quite a bit here. So this is the other side that we put in. That little drawer and the biohazard sharps container, they're original to the ambulance. They're not permanently fastened because we're taking them out and doing a lot of stuff with them. But we're going to go ahead and mount this back in there, make a nice little place for scissors and knives and, you know, other sharp things while we're sitting here cooking, because the stove is going to go right here. So that'd be a nice handy metal container for the knives and stuff. And then that drawer is just standard drawer. But this, we relocated this. This was in another part of the ambulance. It was actually built into that bottom corner over there. So we've taken it out, turned it on its side. It used to come up vertically. And now we have a lockable container inside here. It's all metal, all aluminum. We do have the key for this. We can lock it up and then nobody's going to get in there. It is fastened in. We got plywood on the top of it. Got a little bit of plywood trim blocking that gap right there. A little gap back there to block the cat from getting underneath stuff. So all this wood's going to be sealed later. It's too cold for the sealant to dry right now, so we're just going to leave it bare wood for right now. And then we added this panel back here. So the bed's going to be up here. The mattress is going to go up to this edge right here. So this corner back here, we were trying to figure out what to do with it. So we framed it in and then cut a hole right here. So then we could just get stuff in and out of there. Just random storage. Cut a little notch in that little piece of wood. It's going to get either stained or just sealed and coated with something. We're still kind of debating what we're going to do with the woodwork. Probably just a polyurethane coat just to seal it up. We're not going to change the color or anything. Back up a little bit more so get a little bit wider shot. That's the full bed right there. Like I said, it's queen size. We got some netting back there we're going to put in on the back doors. So it's going to be attached to the bed frame all the way up to the cushion up there. That way we can keep the cat from diving out the back doors. If we ever have the back doors open to load and unload cargo, it keeps her up in the front end of it so we don't have to worry about her jumping out. Getting curious, chasing birds. You know what cats are. Alright, so here's the other cabinet I wanted to show you. If you look back in the previous videos, this whole section over here was one big box. You can see the screw holes where they used to be. So it took up too much space just for these two switch panels. So I built a smaller custom box and I've got it tilted so when you're sitting down they tilt down very slightly. That way you can see them a little bit better. So it's the heating and air conditioning controls for the back half, and then various lights, high-low, fluorescent, panel light. We've got a vent in here, and then we did have suction, but there's no reason to have a suction in this thing, so we took it out, but the switch still works. We don't know where we're going to hook to that yet. So the wall's going to get covered in wallpaper. We have the wallpaper in the house. It's not in here right now. And we got a USB panel plugged in. It's 12 volts on the back side of it. Steps it down to 5 volts so we can plug in our phone, charge it up. 2 cover panels. And then we're going to put another cover panel over here later. You know, when I get copious amounts of free time. Here we go. There we go. Covered, done. And let's see. Let's take a quick spin around here. What did we change? We haven't changed anything up there. We're going to get the refrigerator here soon. I think it's going to be on order pretty soon. Some hardware that's got to go back. This cabinet under here, when we bought the ambulance, if you look back in the previous videos, this cabinet door was up here above the wipes, and it folded down instead of folded up. So now what we did is we flipped it over because I figured it still works. We're going to put the refrigerator here. We might as well have another lockable cabinet. So I got to trim this edge off down here. It's a little bit too long. We shut it. It doesn't quite go all the way in. Can't quite latch it. But it is lockable, and we do have the key for it, so we can lock up more valuables. I think we're just honestly going to use it for pots and pans and stuff. And more storage up in there. Just random junk in there for right now. Let's see. We have a step that we're going to put on the outside. This is our current portable step, a brick. I've been told that that's not going to be going with us on the trip. Works good for me, but the navigators are a little shorter than I am. This is something I'm going to put in the videos later. We have a filler piece that goes around this door latch, and I need to find some new ones, but I don't know what they are. So I'm going to try to get some pictures of it, maybe another video. And if you guys can identify what truck it goes to and put it in the comments, I would really appreciate that. So it looks like the bottom screw hole's been worn out. So that should be a regular screw hole, not a big gaping hole. And the top part's been broken. But it's got one hole for the latch and one hole for the lock. So if anybody recognizes that, there we go. Let me know. I think it's mid-80s GMC, but I'm not sure. I found some that are very similar, but they don't have the locking slide. They just got the hole for the handle. So they're close, but not exact. But see, this one's broken. The one in the back door is broken. I want to get them replaced with something a little bit neater. So if anybody knows what that is, let me know. If you know where I can get some, that's even better. This unique little port over here, that's 12 volts. Not really sure what they used it for in this, but we're going to pull that out. Or we're going to put in a USB and probably 12 volt cigarette lighter type port. That way we can plug various things in there. That way if you have a vacuum, like a little car vacuum or something like that, we can plug that in. And then we're going to put something very similar over there in that corner. We were talking about putting a shelf and putting a USB port up there where those wires come out. That's 12 volts. So instead of putting the cigarette lighter one, we have another one like we had on the other side. If I can get to it fast enough. There we go. Another one of the 4-plug USBs. And we were going to put a shelf up there, but we've decided we're not going to put a shelf. We're just going to put a little hanging bag up there. So when we put our cell phones up there to charge, we'll just hang them in the bag. That way we don't have a shelf hanging over our head for me to hit my head on when I get up in the morning, because that would be bad. We blocked off this area from the back. So what you're seeing, there's only half the depth. Behind that panel, there's another 3 feet to the back doors. And what we're going to do is we're going to add magnets to this door, put them right up here, and then put a small piece of metal right here, so when this shuts, the magnets will hold it shut. Got the magnets in the house, and the special UV glue that I'm going to use to put that in there. It just came in today, so that's probably going to get done either tonight or tomorrow. Depends on whether the weather warms up on me. Let's see. What else have I done in here? A lot of little cleanup stuff. We put the shelf back in back there. Didn't really highlight a whole lot of that, but there's a shelf that's in there that's been laying around for a little bit. We got some more tubes in there to convert the fluorescent lights to 12 volts LED. So those two right there are 12 volt fluorescent, and the other one back here is 12 volt LED. So here soon those are going to get converted to LED as well. That way I'll have plenty of LED light, won't be running the batteries down. Let's see. Not a whole lot going on up front. I did change the doors. I don't know if I talked about that in the last video. So now I have one set of keys that opens both doors instead of just the passenger door, and have to climb through. Let's see. I think that's all I've got for right now. There's probably more that I've forgotten that I've done, because I've spent a lot of time in here just doing little things. I'll spend 5 minutes, fixing a switch, or fixing a little piece of wood, looking for something. I'm not going to find it. Anyway, so if there's certain areas you guys have questions or you want to see more about, then by all means put it in the comments, ask questions. I know that I'm sitting here trying to make up stuff to tell you, so start asking questions, start asking to see certain things, and as the weather warms up, we're going to get more and more done, and soon we'll be on the trip. That whole wall's going to get covered in wallpaper, so it'll be nice and pretty. There's the wife's car sitting outside there. There's a nice view all the way around, all the way back to the front. All right, I'm going to close this one out, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.